Competition brings out the best in products and the worst in people. This duality is at the heart of the tech industry's most compelling stories. Those words, spoken by the legendary David Sarnoff, a pioneer of radio and television, echo with a particular resonance in the tech world. Sarnoff's vision and influence shaped the early days of broadcasting, setting a precedent for the power struggles that would later define the digital age. For in the digital arena, where innovation moves at lightning speed and empires rise and fall with the click of a mouse, the battle for dominance is fierce. Companies are constantly pushing the boundaries of technology, striving to outdo each other in a relentless race for supremacy. And nowhere is this more evident than in the ongoing saga of Google, a company that has found itself grappling with the same specter of monopoly that once haunted its one-time rival, Microsoft. Google's journey from a humble search engine to a global tech titan is a testament to its innovative prowess and strategic acumen. This is not just a story about legal battles and corporate maneuvering, it's a story about the very soul of the internet. The legal skirmishes and boardroom strategies are merely the surface of a deeper conflict that touches on fundamental issues of fairness, access, and control. It's a story about the delicate balance between fostering innovation and protecting consumers. The internet, a vast and intricate web of connections, thrives on the free flow of ideas and competition. Yet, this very openness makes it vulnerable to monopolistic practices that can stifle creativity and limit choices. It's about the power of technology to shape our lives and the responsibility that comes with it. As technology becomes ever more integrated into our daily routines, the companies that control these technologies wield immense influence over our personal and professional lives. It's about the power of technology to shape our lives and the responsibility that comes with it. The devices we use, the platforms we engage with, and the data we generate are all part of a larger ecosystem that tech giants like Google and Microsoft dominate. In the late 1990s, a similar drama played out on the world stage, with Microsoft at its center. The software giant, led by the enigmatic Bill Gates, had risen to a position of unprecedented dominance in the PC market with its Windows operating system. This dominance was both a source of immense power and a lightning rod for criticism and legal challenges. The software giant, led by the enigmatic Bill Gates, had risen to a position of unprecedented dominance in the PC market with its Windows operating system. Gates's vision and drive propelled Microsoft to the forefront of the tech industry, but it also attracted scrutiny and accusations of monopolistic behavior. Like a digital colossus, Microsoft bestrode the tech landscape, its every move scrutinized by rivals, regulators, and consumers alike. The company's strategies and business practices were dissected and debated as stakeholders sought to understand the implications of its market power. The parallels between Microsoft then and Google now are striking. Both companies, born from the fertile ground of Silicon Valley, rose to prominence through a potent combination of technological brilliance, aggressive business tactics, and a relentless pursuit of market share. Their stories are intertwined with the broader narrative of the tech industry's evolution. Both companies, born from the fertile ground of Silicon Valley, rose to prominence through a potent combination of technological brilliance, aggressive business tactics, and a relentless pursuit of market share. Their rise to power was marked by innovation and controversy as they navigated the complex landscape of the tech world. And both, in their ascent to the summit of the tech world, found themselves accused of using their power to stifle competition and harm consumers. The legal battles and regulatory challenges they faced were not just about business practices, but about the broader impact of their dominance on the tech ecosystem and society at large. To understand Google's current predicament, we must first journey back to the late 1990s, a time when the internet was still in its infancy. The digital landscape was vastly different from what we know today. The World Wide Web was a new frontier, and people were just beginning to explore its potential. Dial-up connections were the norm, and the sound of a modem connecting was a familiar symphony in many households. During this era, Microsoft reigned supreme. Bill Gates, the boy wonder turned tech titan, had built an empire on the back of his ubiquitous Windows operating system. Gates was not just a businessman, he was a visionary who saw the potential of personal computing long before it became mainstream. His leadership and foresight turned Microsoft into a behemoth that dominated the tech industry. From Seattle to Silicon Valley, the name Microsoft was spoken with a mixture of awe and apprehension. The company's influence was pervasive, and its reach extended into nearly every corner of the tech world. Windows, the company's flagship product, had become the de facto standard for personal computers, giving Microsoft an iron grip on the burgeoning PC market. It was a time when owning a computer almost invariably meant using Windows. This dominance, however, did not go unnoticed. Rivals cried foul, accusing Microsoft of using its operating system monopoly to crush competitors and stifle innovation. The tech community was abuzz with debates about fair competition and the role of monopolies in a free market. At the heart of the government's case was the argument that Microsoft had bundled its Internet Explorer web browser with Windows, effectively forcing PC manufacturers to include it on their machines. This, the government argued, gave Internet Explorer an unfair advantage over rival browsers like Netscape Navigator, which was rapidly gaining popularity at the time. Netscape Navigator was seen as a pioneer in the browser market, and many believed it had the potential to revolutionize how people access the internet. However, Microsoft's tactics were seen as a direct threat to this innovation. Microsoft, for its part, argued that it was simply trying to provide consumers with a more integrated and user-friendly experience by including Internet Explorer as part of Windows. They claimed that bundling the browser with the operating system allowed them to offer it for free, benefiting consumers who would otherwise have to pay for a separate browser. This argument was central to Microsoft's defense, as they positioned themselves as champions of consumer interests. The debate over Microsoft's practices was more than just a legal battle. It was a clash of ideologies about the future of the internet and the role of major corporations in shaping it. The outcome of this conflict would have far-reaching implications, not just for Microsoft and its competitors, but for the entire tech industry and the millions of users who relied on these technologies every day. The stage was set for a showdown that would define the digital age. The Microsoft antitrust case was a landmark event, not just for the tech industry, but for American antitrust law itself. For the first time, the government was grappling with the complexities of competition in the digital age, where the lines between different products and services could be blurry and innovation moved at breakneck speed. At the heart of American antitrust law is the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890, a piece of legislation passed during the Industrial Revolution to prevent monopolies from stifling competition and harming consumers. The act prohibits companies from engaging in anti-competitive behavior, such as price fixing, market allocation, and monopolization. In the digital age, however, applying these century-old laws to fast-moving tech companies proved to be a complex and challenging task. The internet, with its global reach and rapidly evolving technologies, presented a new set of challenges for regulators tasked with ensuring fair competition and protecting consumers. The Microsoft case, therefore, became a test case of sorts, a battleground where the government and a tech giant would hash out the rules of engagement for the digital age. The outcome of this case, it was clear, would have far-reaching implications, not just for Microsoft and its rivals, but for the future of the internet itself. Section 4, Windows of Opportunity, Walls of Justice. Microsoft, under Gates' leadership, fought tooth and nail against the government's accusations. They hired an army of lawyers, lobbyists, and public relations experts to plead their case in the court of public opinion and in the halls of justice. The legal battle raged for years, becoming one of the most closely watched antitrust cases in history. The government, however, presented a compelling case, arguing that Microsoft had used its dominance in the operating system market to give an unfair advantage to its own products, such as Internet Explorer, at the expense of rivals like Netscape. They argued that Microsoft had engaged in a pattern of anti-competitive behavior, including tying the availability of Windows to the inclusion of Internet Explorer in order to maintain its monopoly. In the end, the judge in the case ruled against Microsoft, finding that the company had violated antitrust laws by maintaining an illegal monopoly in the PC operating system market. The judge ordered a series of remedies, including the breakup of Microsoft into two separate companies, one focused on operating systems and the other on software applications. Section 5, From Browsers to Search, a New Titan in the Crosshairs. In the ever-evolving world of technology, giants rise and fall, and the landscape shifts in ways that are often unpredictable. The Microsoft antitrust case sent shockwaves through the tech industry, serving as a stark reminder that even the mightiest of tech giants were not above the law. This landmark case in the late 1990s was a pivotal moment, highlighting the potential consequences of monopolistic practices. It also had a profound impact on the competitive landscape, paving the way for the rise of new players, including a then little-known search engine called Google. Google's humble beginnings in a garage are now the stuff of legend, a testament to the power of innovation and the potential for disruption in the tech world. Fast forward to the present day, and Google finds itself in a position eerily similar to that of Microsoft in the late 1990s. The company has grown exponentially, becoming a behemoth in the tech industry, with a reach that extends far beyond search. Just as Microsoft's Windows had dominated the PC market, Google's search engine has become the gateway to the internet for billions of users worldwide. It's hard to imagine a world without Google, as it has become an integral part of our daily lives, from searching for information to navigating our way through the digital landscape. And just as Microsoft was accused of leveraging its operating system dominance to stifle competition, Google now faces accusations of using its search engine dominance to unfairly favor its own products and services. These allegations have sparked a new wave of scrutiny and legal challenges, echoing the battles of the past. The parallels are hard to ignore. Both companies, at the height of their powers, faced accusations of using their dominance in one market to gain an unfair advantage in others. The similarities in their trajectories are striking, offering a cautionary tale for the tech industry. Both companies, at the height of their powers, faced accusations of using their dominance in one market to gain an unfair advantage in others. Their strategies, while successful, have drawn criticism and legal challenges, forcing them to defend their practices in the public eye. Both were accused of stifling innovation by making it difficult for smaller rivals to compete. The impact on startups and smaller companies has been significant as they struggle to carve out a space in a market dominated by these tech giants. And both became lightning rods for criticism, accused of wielding their immense power in ways that harmed consumers and stifled competition. The ongoing debates and legal battles serve as a reminder of the delicate balance between innovation, competition, and regulation in the tech industry.